There's a big difference between simply appearing alongside another artist and creating a collaboration that becomes part of Taehyung's musical story. Over the years, V has worked with artists from different genres, countries, and creative backgrounds, but which collaborations actually stand out when you look at the facts? Was it the unexpected pairing that introduced a completely different sound? A friendship that turned into music? Or a project that showed Taehyung outside the usual BTS framework? Today, we're ranking 5 of his most notable collaborations based on documented releases, performances, and creative significance, not rumors, fan theories, or internet speculation. And because every artist on this list represents a different side of Taehyung's musical identity, the number 1 spot comes down to more than popularity. It comes down to what the collaboration actually accomplished. Number 5. Winter Bear Taehyung. Released in August 2019, Winter Bear is a notable example of Taehyung creating music outside BTS through his own credited work. The track was released alongside a self-directed music video, with Taehyung credited as a writer and producer. Unlike a conventional artist-to-artist collaboration, Winter Bear is better understood as a creative project built around Taehyung's individual musical and visual direction. That distinction matters because the song became one of the clearest early examples of the artistic identity he would later develop more fully as a soloist. The track was performed entirely in English, and its gentle acoustic sound was noticeably different from many of BTS's larger-scale group productions. Taehyung later continued exploring that softer, jazz and pop-oriented side of his musical taste through his solo album, Layover, released in 2023. Winter Bear, therefore, earns a place here not because it features another superstar, but because it represents an important stage in Taehyung's evolution as an individual artist. It showed that his creative interests could exist beyond BTS's group format. And that makes the next collaboration even more interesting. Number 4. Snowflower Peak Boy. Released on December 25, 2020, Snowflower brought Taehyung together with South Korean producer and artist Peak Boy for a seasonal track created during a difficult period of the COVID-19 pandemic. Taehyung released the song through his SoundCloud and YouTube channels, while Peak Boy was credited as a featured artist and producer. The collaboration is particularly interesting because Peak Boy was already part of Taehyung's close creative circle through the group of friends commonly known as the Wooga Squad, alongside Park Seo-joon, Park Hyung-sik, and Choi Woo-shik. But Snowflower was not simply a friendship connection placed into a song. Peak Boy's production helped shape the track's relaxed, jazzy atmosphere, while Taehyung contributed vocals and lyrics. The song also reflected Taehyung's intention to offer something comforting to listeners during Christmas, when many people were spending the holiday under pandemic restrictions. Musically, it gave fans another early look at the mellow style that would later become central to Taehyung's solo work. Years later, that connection remained relevant as Peak Boy continued to be associated with Taehyung's creative circle, while Taehyung expanded his solo catalog with Layover in 2023. Snowflower stands out because it connects Taehyung's personal relationships, songwriting interests, and musical taste in one documented project. It may not be his biggest collaboration by commercial scale, but it reveals something important about how Taehyung approached music before his official solo debut. And the next entry takes that collaborative story. Number 3. Christmas Tree, BTS, and the R-Blues cast. Released on December 24, 2021, Christmas Tree was Taehyung's solo soundtrack for the Korean drama R-Blues. Unlike a standard feature with another singer, this collaboration connected Taehyung's voice with a major television production, giving the song a role within the drama's storytelling. Taehyung recorded Christmas Tree specifically for the series, which starred actors including Lee Byung-hun, Shinmin A, Kim Woo-bin, and Han Jimin. The song was written and produced by Nam Hae-sung and Kim Kyung-hee, who were also involved in the drama's music. Christmas Tree became especially notable internationally because it entered the Billboard Hot 100, making Taehyung the first Korean soloist to debut a song on the chart at that time. The track also became closely associated with the drama's emotional scenes, where its soft arrangement and Taehyung's low, restrained vocal delivery complemented the series' tone. This project showed that his voice could function effectively outside BTS's album structure and within a narrative soundtrack. It also arrived before his official solo album, Layover, making it an important step in the development of his individual musical profile. There was no need for a huge production or a crowded lineup. The strength of Christmas Tree came from how naturally Taehyung's vocal style fit the world of the drama. And the next collaboration raises the scale considerably. Number 2. Friday and Taehyung. Released on March 15, 2024, FRI END S is not a conventional artist collaboration, so it is worth being precise about why it belongs in this ranking. The song was released as Taehyung's digital single following his 2023 solo debut album, Layover, and it was produced by FREK, with additional songwriting contributions from a team including UMI. Its significance comes from the way Taehyung continued developing his solo sound after Layover, rather than from another vocalist sharing the track. The song is built around the idea of moving from friendship toward a romantic relationship, and its music video presented Taehyung in a narrative centered on that premise. Musically, FRI END S stayed within the relaxed pop and R&B territory that had become increasingly associated with his solo work. The release also demonstrated how Taehyung could carry a project entirely on his own while working with international songwriting and production talent. That distinction is important. Taehyung was the sole credited performing artist on the track, while the collaboration happened behind the scenes through its writers and producers. The song was released by Bigot Music and became another major entry in his post-BTS solo catalog. So why place it this high? Because it shows Taehyung moving beyond simply featuring on someone else's project and taking full responsibility for his own musical direction. But there's still one collaboration where another artist's creative identity intersects with Taehyung's in a particularly memorable way. And that takes us to number 1. Number 1. Winter Ahead, Park Hyo-shin. If we judge this ranking strictly by genuine artist-to-artist collaboration, Winter Ahead has the strongest case for number 1. Released on November 29, 2024, the song is an official duet between Taehyung and acclaimed Korean vocalist Park Hyo-shin. Bigot Music described it as a jazz-pop track built around the distinct vocal colors of both artists, with a theme centered on finding happiness in having someone by your side. What makes the pairing especially notable is the contrast between their voices. Rather than forcing the song into a conventional pop format, the arrangement gives both singers room to shape the atmosphere, making the collaboration feel more like a vocal conversation than a standard feature. The release also became a significant international success. According to Korea.net, Winter Ahead reached number 1 on iTunes Top Songs in 75 countries and topped the worldwide and European iTunes song charts shortly after release. The official music video added another layer, presenting Taehyung in a cinematic story and reinforcing the song's elegant, winter-focused mood. More importantly, this was not simply Taehyung borrowing another artist's name for a release. Park Hyo-shin was an actual vocal partner on the recording, making the collaboration itself the centerpiece. Looking back at the ranking, that distinction also exposes an important correction. Some earlier entries discussed were solo releases rather than true artist collaborations. Winter Ahead fits the original premise most precisely. And that is why, on a fact-based ranking of Taehyung's genuine collaborations, Park Hyo-shin takes the top spot. Added value, the bigger picture. Looking across Taehyung's collaborative work, a clear pattern emerges. His strongest collaborations do not come from simply combining famous names. They work because the musical identities actually complement each other. Snowflower with P-Boy explored a softer, intimate sound. It's Definitely You with Jimin connected Taehyung's voice to the Warang soundtrack. Wherever You Are with UMI brought together two singers in a cross-cultural R&B collaboration. And Winter Ahead with Park Hyo-shin pushed his jazz-pop direction into a full duet. That makes Taehyung's collaborations interesting for a reason beyond star power. They document different stages of his musical identity, and that wraps up our ranking of Taehyung's most notable collaborations. From early soundtrack work to international releases and sophisticated vocal duets, each project shows a different side of his artistry. If you enjoyed this fact-based look at Taehyung's music, subscribe for more BTS and Taehyung content built around documented releases, real achievements, and the stories behind the music. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.